every time I perform, I'm more staking that I will be one of the. I mean, and this is just a straightforward statement that my plan is to be the greatest performer of this generation. When you look back, like, who was the greatest performer of this generation? It was Kanye. And now I'll do a song like Through the Wire or Jesus Walks, and it'll get just as much response as the newer songs, because that like they've been embedded in people's like hearts and spirit and mind, and they've been in their homes and played so many times. And that's why whenever bands come out and they say this album is better than the Beatles, it is impossible to make an album better than the Beatles unless you got like 30 years. It's like saying I'm your new best friend. Like, your best friends are gonna be people you've known your whole life. So like Beatles records, people have known them their whole life. So it's impossible to do like a song like, oh man, you're just gonna love this more than the old songs. It's just hopefully 5 years from now, people still play Love Like Now. People still play the records that I'm doing right now. I always knew that the melody drives records so much. If you think about my biggest records, Stronger, Gold Digger, Diamonds Are Forever, like all these records, Good Life, they always had like, I got a good thing. And this was the big thing that like connected internationally. The reason why I'm one of the big artists, I always understood that melody. And I was like, yo, let me stop around. I'm gonna just like make it be all melody. And it's the same, and my lyrics are from the same perspective. It's not no R&B, get on your knees and beg a girl type bullshit. It's like still like guy music, like, you know, with a swag on it and stuff. So pop is such a clear lane and stuff for people to kind of do like bullshit music, and it just still works. So what happens if you take a person that's like super credible from, you know, the hip hop world? It's like, I conquered this world, and then I come into the lane where it's like a bunch of bullshit being made, and be like, okay, such and such, you got to compete with this, and this has like 72 bars of real life lyrics that's from my life that I wrote. Now compete with that, and I'm gonna perform it, and people are gonna believe what I'm saying because they know my whole story. Now compete with this. So I created a new genre of music, and iTunes can choose to use it in that, but the genre for this sound is called pop art, and that's what I wanted to say on iTunes, pop art. And the only other thing that I think can go on there currently is Pink Floyd. Oh yeah, I definitely made a lot of difference in hip hop. Just because you know, I took all the same principles of being an underground rapper like Kweli and Mos Def, and then I brought it to a mainstream level where it's like, okay, we're gonna release a song for the radio, but it'll still be from your heart. And like, we tried to innovate with choruses and messages, and always tried to come up with new ideas that talked about stuff that people were really going through. And you know, it's like, it's really fun. And I also think there are other artists like T-Pain who have really like broken through his, you know, with the type of songs he had. I'm in love with a stripper, I'm sprung, and stuff like that. Like songs that people wouldn't have usually made. And I just came from Brazil, and I'm in love with a lot of strippers.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, but we kind of have to wrap things up, so I'm going to ask one last question, just to be fair. Why should people get Love Lockdown?
How are you going to say, just to be fair, and then you're the one who asked the question? Well, all right. Well, it was like 4 people. Maybe I should like hear.
Would you like to?
I'll hear all the questions, and I'll just answer them all in one answer.
Sure. Can we have all the more questions?
Well, I saw like 5 hands and stuff like that. When you said more personal side, 50 Cent has nothing to do with my personal side. When I think of personal, he doesn't pop into my mind. And I do think that the melodies, especially with this new album, are very, very classic and like Broadway-esque. Like, like you can see that being a Broadway song. Like, in the night I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Went far along this road, he lost his soul. A woman so heartless. But like Amazing and Straight could be a country or Johnny Cash or something. It's amazing, I'm the reason. Everybody fired up this evening. I'm exhausted, barely breathe. And I'm trying to make those songs that are just classic songs, and I just use the advantage of like really good production on top of it. That was a very short answer for me. Okay, I'm gonna take 4 more questions. Go ahead. Oh yeah, my relationship with the media. Okay, that's why I love having a blog, because it's just like, bam, I just say exactly what I want, the amount of stuff I want, you know, if I want to talk a long time, I can, and then it just goes out to everywhere else. It can end up on CNN. Whenever I have an opinion or something, I want to dispute something. My biggest problem, I used to have things the media would like, they would word things in a certain way and make me look like a monster. And, you know, I'd just be emotional like a little kid or a spoiled brat sometimes, and it's just like, I want to say something, and I still have to use the media to get my point across. So the fact with the blog, like when I first put my poster for the tour, posted any music and stuff like that, like I love being able to directly connect to my fans. Like that was the greatest thing, like having a blog and stuff like that. Before that, you would always have to go through the media and someone say, and this is my opinion of what he's about to tell you right now, check it out. And I'm like, no, I don't want all that. I just want to say exactly what I want to say.